Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about one of the most powerful tools available to you, the power of repetition. Specifically, I want to guide you through something you can begin practicing today, something that has the potential to change your life forever. Imagine waking up every morning knowing that you have the power to completely reshape your reality. Imagine that with every thought, every action, every decision, you're creating a future that aligns with your deepest desires, your grandest dreams. So how do we unlock that kind of transformation? How do we move from where we are today to where we truly want to be? Mindset is the invisible force that drives everything you do. It's the lens through which you view the world, and it determines how you respond to every situation, whether it's an opportunity, a challenge, or a setback. The power of daily mindset lies in its ability to shape your life's direction with every thought you have and every decision you make. What most people don't realize is that you have complete control over your mindset. And by consciously choosing to cultivate a positive, growth-created mindset every day, you can radically transform your reality. Your thoughts are incredibly powerful. They influence how you feel, how you act, and ultimately how your life unfolds. When you wake up each day, you have a choice. You can choose to focus on the negatives, the challenges, and the fears, or you can decide to focus on your strengths, your opportunities, and your potential. The mind is like a garden, and the seeds you plant are the thoughts you choose to entertain. If you consistently plant seeds of doubt, fear, or negativity, you will see a harvest of despair and limitation. But if you choose to nurture seeds of optimism, gratitude, and possibility, you will see a garden full of growth, success, and abundance. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal is the practice of daily affirmation. The words you speak to yourself each day matter more than you realize. When you repeatedly affirm your worth, your ability to succeed, and your commitment to growth, you begin to rewire your brain. Your subconscious mind starts to align with these positive beliefs, and the more you repeat them, the more they become your reality. Affirmations work because they tap into the brain's natural ability to shape your life through focus and repetition. Over time, these positive thoughts replace the limiting beliefs that have held you back in the past, and you start to believe in the possibilities before you. But mindset isn't just about positive thinking. It's about consciously choosing your emotional state each day. Emotions are powerful forces that can either propel you forward or hold you back. If you allow yourself to be swept up in negative emotions like frustration, anxiety, or self-doubt, your mindset will be clouded and it will be hard to make progress. However, if you take control of your emotions and choose to embrace feelings of confidence, gratitude, and determination, you set the stage for success. Mastering your emotional state doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions. It means acknowledging them and deciding not to let them control your actions. This takes practice, but the more you do it, the more you train your mind to stay focused on what you can control, rather than being at the mercy of external circumstances. Daily mindset also requires consistency. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but the real test comes when you face challenges, failures, or periods of uncertainty. In these moments, your mindset becomes the deciding factor in whether you rise or fall. Consistent daily effort is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. The more you commit to staying positive, to learning from setbacks, and to pushing through obstacles, the more resilient you become. Every day is an opportunity to reinforce the mindset that success is not a matter of luck, but of persistence, belief, and action. The power of daily mindset is not a magic solution or a quick fix. It's a lifelong practice. It's about making the decision every day to show up with a mindset that empowers you to take action, to learn, to grow, and to keep moving forward. When you make this commitment, no matter the circumstances, you begin to unlock your true potential and you start to live a life that is aligned with your deepest desires and aspirations. Emotions are an integral part of being human. They color our experiences, influence our decisions, and often dictate how we respond to the world around us. But here's the truth. You are not your emotions. While emotions are powerful, they do not have to control you. Instead of being a slave to your feelings, you have the ability to master them and use them as a tool for personal growth and success. Taking control of your emotions is one of the most empowering skills you can develop, and it is essential for creating a life that reflects your true potential. At any given moment, emotions can fluctuate. One moment you may feel on top of the world, full of energy and optimism, and the next you might feel overwhelmed, anxious, or discouraged. The key is understanding that emotions are not permanent states. They are temporary responses to external or internal stimuli. Just as the weather changes, so too can your emotional landscape. The problem arises when you let fleeting emotions dictate your behavior and decision-making. When you get caught up in negative emotions like fear, anger, or sadness, it can cloud your judgment and prevent you from taking purposeful action. The first step to taking control of your emotions is awareness. You cannot change what you are not aware of. When you become aware of how you are feeling in any given moment, you create a space between the emotion and your reaction. This pause is critical. Instead of impulsively reacting to your emotions, you can take a step back, breathe, and choose how you want to respond. For example, if you are feeling stressed or anxious, instead of allowing those feelings to dictate your actions, take a moment to acknowledge them. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? And what can I do to shift my focus or state of mind? By naming the emotion, you detach from it and gain control. 7.6. Once you become aware of your emotions, the next step is to reframe them. Reframing is the process of changing how you perceive an emotion or situation. For instance, if you're feeling fear before a big presentation, instead of labeling it as something negative, you can reframe it as excitement or energy. The body often responds to both fear and excitement in similar ways. Faster heartbeats, increased adrenaline, and heightened awareness. So why not choose to view these physical sensations as fuel for success rather than obstacles? Reframing allows you to take what would normally be a limiting emotion and turn it into something positive and empowering. Another crucial element in emotional mastery is practicing emotional regulation. Emotional regulation involves learning how to influence which emotions you have, when you have them, and how long they last. It's about understanding the triggers that lead to certain emotions and finding healthy ways to respond to them. This might involve taking deep breaths, going for a walk, meditating, or simply redirecting your focus to something that brings you joy or calm. When you practice emotional regulation, you stop being at the mercy of your moods, and you become the one in charge of your emotional responses. Equally important is learning how to channel your emotions productively. Emotions, especially intense ones, can be a tremendous source of energy. Instead of letting that energy be wasted in negative thoughts or actions, you can direct it towards something positive. For example, if you're feeling angry, instead of lashing out, you can channel that energy into taking decisive action towards a goal or working on a creative project. Likewise, when you're feeling down or defeated, rather than wallowing in self-pity, you can use that emotion to fuel your desire for change and growth. Taking control of your emotions is not about suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It's about recognizing that you are in charge of how you respond to your emotional states. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but when you learn to master them, they become tools rather than obstacles. With practice, you can navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease, resilience, and purpose, using your emotions to propel you toward your goals rather than holding you back. Perfection is a concept that many people strive for, but it's an illusion that can hold you back from achieving meaningful progress. The truth is, perfection is not the goal, consistency is. In a world that often glorifies flawless outcomes and immediate results, we can easily become paralyzed by the need to be perfect. We hold ourselves to unrealistic standards and in doing so, set ourselves up for failure before we even begin. The reality is that success is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up consistently, making steady progress, and committing to the process of growth, regardless of the inevitable imperfections that will arise along the way. When we aim for perfection, we put undue pressure on ourselves. We become afraid of making mistakes, and that fear can prevent us from taking action altogether. We spend so much time trying to perfect every detail that we never move forward. Instead of allowing ourselves to learn and grow, we get stuck in the cycle of overthinking and overanalyzing. But the truth is, perfectionism is a form of procrastination. It keeps us in a state of hesitation, waiting for the right moment or the right condition to act. The reality is that there is no such thing as the perfect time. There is only now, and the only way to make real progress is to take consistent, deliberate action every day. Consistency is what leads to results. Success is not a one-time event, but rather a series of small, consistent actions over time. Whether you're working towards a fitness goal, launching a business, or mastering a skill, consistency is the key to sustainable success. It's the daily effort, the commitment to showing up and doing the work, even when it feels hard, even when you don't see immediate results. It's the small, seemingly insignificant actions that, when compounded over time, lead to extraordinary results. Just as a drop of water over time can carve out a canyon, your consistent efforts can create massive transformation in your life. In fact, it's often the imperfect actions that lead to the greatest breakthroughs. When you allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them, you create space for growth and innovation. If you are constantly striving for perfection, you may miss out on the opportunities that come with taking action and learning along the way. Perfectionism limits your ability to experiment, to take risks, and to adjust your approach when things don't go as planned. But consistency gives you the freedom to keep improving, to adapt, and to move forward no matter what obstacles arise. Moreover, consistency builds momentum. The more consistent you are with your actions, the more your confidence grows. You begin to trust in your ability to handle challenges and push through obstacles. Momentum is a powerful force. Once it begins, it becomes easier to keep going. As you take small steps each day, you'll start to notice progress, and that progress will fuel your motivation to keep moving forward. Consistency also fosters discipline. The more you commit to showing up day after day, the more you build the muscle of discipline. And discipline is what ultimately separates those who succeed from those who fall short. Consistency allows you to build a foundation for long-term success. Perfection might look appealing in the short term, but it is unsustainable. It can lead to burnout, frustration, and discouragement when you inevitably fall short of an unattainable ideal. In contrast, consistency is sustainable. It keeps you grounded in the reality of the process and allows you to keep improving regardless of where you are in the journey. It's about showing up and doing your best even when your best isn't perfect, knowing that over time those consistent efforts will pay off and lead you to the success you desire. Limiting beliefs are invisible barriers that we construct within our minds, often based on past experiences, societal conditioning, or negative self-talk. These beliefs, while often unconscious, shape our perception of what is possible and influence our behavior in profound ways. They are the internal narratives that tell us we aren't good enough, smart enough, capable enough, or deserving enough to achieve our goals. The problem with these beliefs is that they limit us in ways that are not only restrictive, but also self-sabotaging. They create a false sense of what we can or cannot do, holding us back from reaching our true potential. The first step in breaking through these limiting beliefs is recognizing that they exist. Most of the time, we aren't even aware of the beliefs that are governing our thoughts and actions. They become so ingrained in our minds that we simply accept them as truth. These beliefs might manifest in thoughts like, I'm not qualified to pursue that career. I'll never be able to lose weight. Or, I'll always struggle with money. These are not objective truths. They are subjective interpretations of reality that we have accepted as facts. To break through them, we must first become aware of their presence. Once we've identified the limiting beliefs, we can start to challenge them. This is where the real work begins. It's important to ask yourself, is this belief really true? And what evidence do I have to support this belief? Often you'll find that these beliefs are based on outdated information or assumptions that no longer serve you. For example, if you believe you aren't good enough to start a business, ask yourself why you hold that belief. Have you ever tried to start a business before? Are there others who have succeeded in the same field with less experience or fewer resources? When you start to question the validity of these beliefs, you begin to create space for new empowering thoughts. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones requires conscious effort. It's not enough to simply acknowledge that a belief is limiting. You must actively replace it with a belief that supports your growth. This could involve reframing the belief entirely. For example, instead of thinking, I'm not capable of handling this challenge, you could shift your mindset to, I have the strength and resilience to face any challenge. Affirmations are a powerful tool in this process because they allow you to repeatedly reinforce positive beliefs about yourself and your abilities. By consistently affirming your worth and potential, you begin to rewire your brain to believe in your own success. Another powerful technique in breaking through limiting beliefs is visualization. Visualizing yourself succeeding, achieving your goals, and overcoming obstacles helps to create a mental picture of success that your mind can anchor to. The more vividly you imagine your success, the more real it becomes in your mind. This visualized success starts to replace the old limiting beliefs and sets you on a new path toward growth. When you see yourself succeeding in your mind, it becomes easier to take the necessary actions in the real world to make that vision a reality. Taking action is one of the most effective ways to break through limiting beliefs. Even if you don't feel fully confident or ready, taking small, consistent steps toward your goals helps to prove to yourself that you are capable. The more you step outside your comfort zone and face your fears, the more you will dismantle those limiting beliefs. With each small success, you gain confidence and momentum, which further weakens the grip of the beliefs that once held you back. Breaking through limiting beliefs is a process that takes time, patience, and persistence. It requires you to question the stories you've been telling yourself and to replace them with empowering truths that reflect your true potential. As you break free from these mental constraints, you will uncover a sense of possibility that you may have never thought possible, and you will begin to realize that the only limits that truly exist are the ones you place on yourself. Visualization and goal setting are two powerful techniques that can significantly transform your life by creating clarity, motivation, and direction. Both are deeply connected to the law of attraction and the power of the mind. When you set clear goals and visualize their achievement, you are not only defining your future, but actively programming your subconscious mind to align with your aspirations. It's about tapping into the creative force of your mind, understanding that what you can vividly imagine, you can create. The process of goal setting begins with defining what you truly want. The clearer your goals, the more focused your efforts become. Vague goals lead to vague actions, while specific, well-defined goals provide a roadmap for success. It's essential to be detailed and precise when setting your goals. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, define what success looks like to you. Is it financial freedom, career advancement, a healthier lifestyle, or personal growth? Once you clarify what you want, you set the stage for visualization and action. The act of writing down your goals makes them tangible, turning them from abstract desires into concrete plans. When you articulate your goals clearly, you signal your subconscious mind that these are important, and your mind begins to work toward them, seeking solutions and opportunities. Visualization is the next step in bringing your goals to life. It involves mentally picturing your success as if it's already happening. This process is about vividly imagining the experience of having achieved your goals. For example, if your goal is to land your dream job, visualize yourself in the office, feeling confident, successful, and content. See yourself interacting with colleagues, accomplishing tasks, and receiving recognition. As you paint this mental picture, engage all your senses. What does the environment look like? How do you feel? What sounds are around you, and what are you hearing? The more detail you add, the stronger the visualization becomes. The power of visualization is rooted in the mind's ability to create a mental reality that influences your behavior. When you repeatedly visualize yourself succeeding, your brain starts to believe that it's already a reality, making it easier to take the necessary actions to bring it into existence. So take that with you guys. If you want your life to be a certain way, try to visualize yourself taking those actions. I promise you, you'll build the momentum to turn your life into existence. The active visualization is not just a passive experience, it's an active mental rehearsal that primes your mind for success. Athletes have long known the power of mental practice, and research shows that the brain often can't distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. By visualizing your success, you are essentially training your brain to act in alignment with your goals. The more often you practice visualization, the more you strengthen your belief in what is possible, and the more confident you become in your ability to achieve it. As you imagine your goals being fulfilled, you build a sense of trust in the process, which fuels your motivation and determination. As powerful as visualization is, it must be paired with consistent action. Goals are not achieved through wishful thinking alone. They require effort, persistence, and a willingness to move beyond your comfort zone. Visualization and goal setting work in tandem to give you a sense of direction and purpose, but it's your actions that will bring your dreams to fruition. The clearer your vision, the more action you'll take to make it real. This is where the power of small, consistent steps comes into play. Each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals, reinforcing the belief that success is inevitable. And by making 1 or 2 small changes each and every day, you construct even stronger habits and behaviors that link you to your long-term goals. By combining the clarity of goal setting with the power of visualization, you align your mind, emotions, and actions toward your desires. This creates a momentum that builds over time, shifting your focus from obstacles to opportunities. When you set clear goals, visualize their achievement, and consistently take inspired action, you are not just wishing for success, you are actively creating it.